So this is the biggest mismatch I was talking about. Although the unemployment rate for the youth, that's defined as people under 29, it's about 12%, which is depends on what kind of benchmark you want to use. If you say Spain, then it's 40%, right? And in Western Europe, in average, it's almost 20%. Okay. But 12% in Taiwan, I think, still very high, and also this figure might be misleading in the sense that a lot of young kids, they are no longer in the job market, okay, because they happen, to have wealthy parents, okay, so they stay home, they don't look out for jobs. So
they're already discouraged workers before they've ever really started working.
Yeah. Although they have all the very expensive taste and consumption habits. So this is, but this means that you're creating a social problem in the long run. So that's why we have now an urgent voice from a lot of human resource experts and economists that we have to put emphasis back, on the vocational training. At least, you have to have a two-track system, so that a lot of many of our service sector and manufacturing sector, they couldn't find enough applicants, for those decently paid jobs, but they do require skill, but not just a diploma in a kind of a general liberal education.
Yeah, go ahead.
I went to Taiwan Normal University in 1955. Liu Renkui was my classmate. Okay.
Oh.
Now, at that time, it was a free university, everything free, including
for normal university. That's right.
Exactly, and I wouldn't have been able to attend college without that normal university. So I'm asking, why has it become just like a regular university? Why don't you make it into a free university again for children from poor families, and it will be highly competitive?
I also remember those old days. You just mentioned this package. You get free tuition and also get living allowances. Okay, if you enter into a normal university, and you will be guaranteed, with a teacher appointment at the primary school or middle school, and that becomes very important channel for upward mobility for kids from the countryside, for kids from lower income family. Well, we still have some quota for this category of student at Taiwan Normal University. Okay, but not a comprehensive one. Okay, a small quota for that. But I think the reason why we didn't retain that old system, because there was a debate during since the mid-90s. We should deregulate the normal university. That we should allow college graduates from other kind of comprehensive university. They are also eligible for teaching jobs. So people criticize that the normal university system monopolized the teaching career. So that's that was based on a very different kind of argument why they want to open up the system. Once the system becomes open up, then even the graduate from normal university, they are no longer guaranteed for a job. They also have to compete with graduates from other regular universities once there's no the so-called obligation to teach, then no longer justifiable to provide them with free tuition and living allowances. So that's the whole logic, kind of full circle.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I have a question for you. You talk about democracy, and you mentioned that you, Ma Ying-jeou, try to maintain good relationship with China, maintain a good economic progress, and then the peaceful condition. That sounds very idealistic. But I like to ask you, you are so opposing each other,
yes.
try to present your good concept, good things for the social justice, not only economy or peace, or social justice, freedom, and integrity. But you never touch upon on these things. And then you also mentioned that DPP will go into the wilderness and disappear.
No, I
and then
if
one party control a territory, the one party control the territory, that become a dictatorship. And then looks like in our talk just to be peaceful with China, and China, communist China, you give them an inch, they will take a mile. And if closely coordinate with them, Taiwan will become a dictatorship country, secret police country. Do you have any concept, does the KMT has any concept to establish a two strong party to compete each other?
Well, if you look at the breakdown of the electoral strength, this time, mind you, get less than 52%. Okay, this is not a solid majority. This is just above, the 50% threshold. Okay, and Taiwan get almost 46. Okay, almost 46. This is not a lopsided, distribution in terms of electoral strength. So that's why I say, we have a consolidated two-party system.
It was a competitive election.
A very competitive election. You're talking about only 6%, winning margin. Any 3% of the voters switch side, the outcome will be totally different. Okay. And also in history of U.S. electoral politics, or for that matter, in Europe as well, you will see, you have this medium to long-term political cycle. Okay, which means that it's not always the case that every 8 years you have a rotation. No. In history of American presidential race, over time you can have one party pretty much enjoy the dominance of electoral politics for some a quarter century, and then the pendulum swing, okay, move to another direction. Okay, so this means that if it's a party like DPP, they are still what in Tsai Ing-wen's expression, we are still 1 mile away from constructing a winning coalition. But that last mile is very challenging. Okay, so that's why why I said that it probably, but the DPP party couldn't really internally speaking make up her mind, how they will want to reckon with the new reality that Taiwan have to live with, under new constraint, and also on the reality that China is becoming a major economic powerhouse of East Asia. Okay, and China is the #1 trading partner of all the East Asian economy, including Japan, Okay, including South Korea and all the ASEAN countries.
America too.
So this is one of the trend that cannot be ignored. But on the other hand, I don't think the DPP will become a permanent position. I don't think so. And also I agree with you. If that's the case, then it's not a healthy sign for any democracy. But on the other hand, I don't really worry too much about any kind of visible backsliding in terms of the democracy backsliding. I think nowadays, I think the mass media, the NGO, and also the intellectual community, I think they are very committed to this democratic system. And you have so many constraints over whoever happen to be in the presidential house, that there are not just legal but political restraint, okay, over his office, and prevent the abuse of power. So if you look at the Freedom House score, if you look at the Transparency International and all other objective indicators, you don't see any movement that would suggest that Taiwan might be separate to what you just call the police state kind of syndrome anytime soon. I don't think that's in the realm of possibility. At least it's definitely not on the horizon. Yeah.
Great. Well, so we have a consolidated, maturing democracy with still a lot of policy and political challenges, but a fascinating story continuing to unfold. Yun-han, thank you very much for sharing this analysis with us, and we hope you'll come back again at some point. Thank you all for coming. Could you email me your slides?
Sure. Yeah.